Hello Geoscopy! Pascal here. The history of humankind has been shaped by climate and erosion. Even though we claim to be in charge of our own destiny, most of our behavior over time has been governed by geo and climatic forces. The effects of erosion appear impossible to relay. People can't conceive of it and frankly fail to prepare for it. However, we will give it a good try with installation artist Olafur Elasson. From high punishing winds to coastal erosion to other major apocryphal events, erosion is at the very least cataclysmic. And when you open your eyes in the morning, it's all in front of you, waiting to be understood. Geologists like James Hutton had the first and most profound insight into the power of erosion over 200 years ago. His understanding that soil was created through the erosion of rocks and that its particles were being washed away continually was a significant theory in its time as Charles Darwin's Origins of Species. He later extended this understanding to other major erosive forces such as of wind, water, glaciers, and so forth. Like in history, his theory of the Earth is our starting point today. Water erosion is constant and dynamic and can be observed today in the formation of river channels and valleys, as well as in the erosion of coastal areas and cliffs. One subcategory of water erosion are our valleys that are formed through fast-flowing rivers that erode our land, leading to the familiar V-shape. Olaf Eliasson's installation art raises the world's understanding about the effect of water erosion upon the planet. His installations are physically immense, helping us to fully appreciate the power of water as it flows over the surface of the land, carrying away soil and rocks created either by rain, melting snow, or the movement of rivers and streams. When viewing Eliasson's waterworks, you can sense people's brains groping for a solution to the seismic effects of water erosion upon our planet, carving, shaping our environment as it flows. Walking across the arid landscapes of Somalia can sometimes feel like being shot to the moon. Ghost villages on top of ghost towns. It is barely the husk of a landscape that is ecologically stressed with frankincense trees left to litter the valley horizons. Maybe more than a quarter are now dead as the harsh, hot winds blow over the surface of this land. The landscape offers up its burial grounds, testament to the human life that has collapsed under the lacerated buds of this ancient biblical tree. Wind erosion has now made this landscape uninhabitable. This type of erosion occurs when wind carries away small particles of soil and sand. It's common in dry desert areas like Somalia, where powerful winds can create dust storms and sand dunes, leaving behind telltale hollows or depressions. Many can be found in the Badlands National Park in South Dakota, where the wind has sculpted the landscape into a series of hills and valleys. Picture glaciers or large sheets of ice that move over the surface of a land, grinding and scraping away the surface materials. This is glacial erosion. As the glacier moves, it erodes the land and leaves behind features like valleys, lakes, and cliffs. If you've ever gone hiking in the Swiss Alps and seen these beautiful U-shaped valleys, that's an example of glacial erosion. The glacier moves down the mountain, eroding the sides of the valley and creating this U-shaped cross-section. Perhaps one of the most profound examples of glacial erosion can be found in the Rocky Mountains. Climatically, the Earth has been yanked from the very hot to the super cold for millions of years. What we do know today is that the current relative stability of the Holocene period won't last for long. Probably even less than 20 years. And where there's heat, there you will find chemical reactions creating landscapes like these in the Jurassic Mountains in Switzerland. Chemical erosion is the breakdown and removal of materials from the surface of the Earth caused by acid rain For example, aggressively dissolving rocks and other materials over relatively short periods of time. The idea of erosion ignites our primitive feelings to care more about climate. Tapping into our feelings for what should emerge is a caring, proactive response from the observer. Erosion affects everything: loss of biodiversity, extinction of animals and plants, food security, nutrition, safety of food supply. In cosmic, planetary terms, it is known more simply as entropy. In this series, we will continue to highlight these difficult points, but also offer solutions. Despite erratic rainfall patterns forcing adaptations in crop growing, as well as increasing the prevalence of airborne diseases, we can start to adopt the practice of sustainable land management techniques, such as conservation tillage, to protect and preserve soil structure and fight the effects of erosion. Erosion's subtle but significant effect lies at the heart of our lives on this planet. Yet there are many ways to explore erosion positively. And we can start by asking the simple question: what kind of human am I? Thank you for watching Geoscopy. Enjoy the view.